Hello everyone, Michael back with another video. In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to create a solution in Power Platform. If you enjoy Power Platform videos, feel free to subscribe because I do have a lot of videos on my channel about troubleshooting or just how to do things within the Power Platform. And now for my intro. So before we create one, let's quickly talk about what a solution is. A solution is essentially a container for all of your components that make up your Power Platform solution. So I might have a Power App, a few Dataverse tables, some security roles, an environment variable, a few Power Automate flows, and I kind of want to store that all in a central location, and that's where the solutions come in. I'm able to put everything in a solution, and then I can deploy it from my development environment to my test environment and then to production environment. And this becomes very important when you're developing enterprise-wide applications because you don't want a lot of your different components scattered around everywhere. You want it in a centralized location so other developers can see that I have a Power App, I got these data tables, and I'm just going to deploy that all together to my other environments. So let's go ahead and start creating our solution. I'm going to have a Power App, a Dataverse table, a Power Automate flow, and then maybe I'll toss in a security role and then some, maybe an environment variable. But let's go ahead and start it. I'm in my development environment. So be sure when you're creating these solutions, you want to be in a dedicated environment. You don't want to be in the default environment because a lot of the times everyone in your enterprise has access to the default environment. So you want to centralize dev, test, and production environment based on your needs. And then you can restrict that to a certain group of users that actually need to access these environments. And that just adds another security layer on top, but that's a different time for a different video. So let's go ahead and get the solution created. So I'm currently on the Power Apps website. I'm in my development environment. And on the left-hand side, I do see a button for solutions. So I'm going to click on that. And then I'm going to create a new solution here. And then I'm going to give it a display name. So I'm going to bundle up a lot of components for my marketing Power App. So again, I do have the Power App, a Dataverse table, and then I do have a Power Automate flow. Maybe I'll include some other things. So just adding a display name of what I want to call it. So marketing solution. And then it's going to ask me for a publisher. So this is going to be myself since I am the publisher of the solution. If not, it will ask you to create one where you just enter in some basic information. But every time I create like a new Dataverse table or like some specific columns in Dataverse, it will assign my prefix for my publisher. And you'll see that when you create a solution and get into all the Dataverse stuff. All right, some more options. You can leave these blank. You can add a description if you like, but my package will be unmanaged right now because it is still in my development environment. So I'll go ahead and create this. And now it takes us to another screen where on the left-hand side, we do have this navigation bar. So we do have an overview, all the objects in my solution, the history, the pipelines, and the source control. I would say the main things you have to worry about is the overview and the objects for now. Pipelines, that's like deploying from dev to test to prod, and same with the history. When you deploy things from dev test to prod, the history will populate with your deployments. Source control, you probably don't need to know this now, but if you do connect to Git, this will be beneficial to know. So my objects right now, I can add new objects. So if I didn't create my Power App already, or if I didn't create my automation, this is where I would do it. But I've already created some of my apps and everything else. So I'm going to add existing. So I do have a Power App here. So this is a Canvas app. There are different types of apps. So you have code apps, mobile apps, and model-driven apps. Most of the time, you're going to be using Canvas apps, I would assume. So I'm just going to click on that. And then I can see we do have a few options here. So I do locate my marketing Power App that I created earlier. Go to click on this, and then I'm going to click on add. So this is going to add my Power App to my solution. So we have the app in my solution now. So I do need to add the associated data table that I do have with this marketing Power App. So I'm going to go ahead and add existing. Again, if you haven't created your Dataverse tables or anything, you would create them in here. And then for my case, I already created it. So I'm going to click on table. And then you do see all the tables in the environment. So Every time you create an environment, there are a lot of different tables that already come with the new environment creation. So in my case, I'm just going to look up my table, and then I do have my marketing table right here. So I'm going to go ahead and click on next. So I do want to load all the objects and anything else with this table. So you might have some choice columns, and those are different things that you do have to import into the solution. So if this does have like any choice columns or anything, or any other objects associated with this table, it will bring it in. So I do recommend bringing that in. All right, so we now have our Power App, our table in a solution. I do have another Power Automate flow associated with this, so I will add the existing automations, and my Power Automate flow is a cloud flow. There's a lot of other different types. Like when you navigate through these menus, there's a lot of things that you can add to your solutions. Which most of the time you won't use a ton of this stuff, but if you really get into like enterprise-wide applications and deploying things from dev, test to prod, or you can really get into, including environment variables, different templates, connection references, component libraries, choices. Like, you can really get into a lot of different objects that you do want to bring into your solution. But for my case, I'm going to bring in the flow. So it is going to add that Power Automate flow here. And this Power Automate flow does actually have a connection reference inside that I will have to bring in. So this is a different tip. If you have a Power Automate flow and it references like SharePoint, Excel, everything else, you do have to bring it in the solution, because if you try to deploy this right now, when you deploy it, it's going to say, hey, I don't have these connection references that this flow is associated to. Please bring them in the solution. So you will have to bring that in. I will bring it in for now. So if I do navigate over to my Power Automate flow, I will look and see what my connection reference is called. It looks like it's just called connect to SharePoint. Let me look and see. So we got that there. So I will add a connection reference here for my Power Automate flow to reference so it can run. So connection reference, and it looks like SharePoint. One of these is a SharePoint that my flow is using. I'm not going to look any further into it. I'll just bring them both in. Okay, so now we have our Power App, our Dataverse table, our Power Automate flow, and then the connection references that the Power Automate flow uses in order to run. So another component that you'll probably end up adding to your solution is a security role in order for your users to be able to access the data in the data table, because right now they don't have any permissions to access this marketing table. So let me go ahead and add a new security role here, and I will just call this a marketing access. So I'm only going to assign a certain group to be able to access this table, because again, you have environments. So you have a environment group, and then you have different groups within that environment that access different tables. So I want to go ahead and create a new security role in order for users to be able to access this marketing table. All right, so now it's asking me what tables should the users be able to view. So I'm just going to leave out all of the other tables, because there are a lot of tables in here, and just go straight to my marketing table. So now we see that no one has access to access this table. So I'm going to set this just to organization for now, but you can do these other ones. It does involve a lot more setup if you want to do like parent-child business unit, because that does get into business units, which is a whole different video if you want to dive into that. So I'll go ahead and click on back. So now we do have a security role associated with the solution where users will be able to access that data table. So after everything is said and done, we now have a solution with all of our components, and it is ready to deploy to test or prod. So that is how you create a solution and add your components. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you could leave a like on the video and subscribe, that would be great. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments down below, and I will catch you in the next video.